So the unprecedented value of infusing AI into command and control systems is the decision advantage. And just think about how AI has already transformed the consumer segment's behaviors and also transformed how businesses are doing business. The same transformational effect should also happen within the military domain. It is considered to be more worth for a military operation to have the decision advantage than to face a superior kinetic warfare capability. And that is a really, really big thing. This doesn't come easy. It's significantly more complicated than what it is in the commercial sector, in particular when it comes to the requirement for all the data and the security aspects around that. And this is the reason why we haven't seen these transformative effects in the military domain so far. But there is no question the decision advantage, knowing more than the adversary or knowing before the adversary, is a huge tactical, operational, and strategic value for a military operation. Well, this is an interesting one because multi-domain operations is a concept which is fairly new, and it means that you utilize the weapon systems or platforms in all the 5 domains, which is air, sea, land, space, and cyber, for the best of each of them. So in essence, it's about increasing productivity in the process of warfare. That's what it is. Now, if there was a world championship in siloed thinking and siloed organizations, the military organizations around the world would win it. Yeah? So the Navy doesn't really care about what jets the Air Force is buying, and the Air Force have no opinion about, what the Army is doing. So these organizations has been sort of segregated in silos for hundreds of years. So first and foremost, the multi-domain operations concept is challenged by tradition and culture to get the domains to work together as one team. The other challenge is of a technical nature. And if you think about how to improve productivity in the process of warfare, if you are using a sensor on board a frigate in the Navy to provide targeting and acquisition data for a missile that is launched by the artillery in the Army. These data needs to flow through multiple systems, and they need to be carried by networks as well. And all of that has to be secured. And most of these weapon systems, in particular the 5th generation ones, they are designed to be autonomous, like a kill box. So the technical challenge of moving data in and out of the various command and control systems from the various weapon systems is the other big challenge of getting the multi-domain operations concept to be effective. Yeah. There is no such thing as a multi-domain operations system. So we have tried, and it doesn't work. The NATO X air command and control system that miserably failed a year and a half ago is a good example of that. So the conclusion is to be able to operate the flow of data between weapon systems in a secure way, you have to think about this concept as system of systems, which I know is a little difficult to apprehend. But what it really means is that you can't install a multi-domain operation system somewhere and then everything works. The system of systems needs to be a platform of protocols and standards where you can extract data in a secure way from these highly sophisticated weapon systems and then ingest it into the command and control systems and the machine learning algorithms and the large language models which is required to create this decision advantage. in a secure way. Yeah? And to do that, you need to apply concepts like data-centric security, data fabric, zero trust security, data products, data mesh, all of these things that all the architects are talking about needs to be applied to design of this platform in the middle that will be able to do the exchange of the data. And to the answer to the question, we have experimented with this together with the Royal Air Force, together with Royal Navy, and we've done it together with the US Army and also the Norwegian Armed Forces. And the way we do this is in small confined contexts where we sort of have a discrete problem to solve, and then we test it. And some parts works, some parts doesn't work, and then we move on, test it again. And this is the way to work. So the answer to the question is yes, we have solutions. We don't have like a system that will make multi-domain operations work, but we have solutions that will make it work.
Okay.